Okay, hi sluts. Pussy, mind, body, spirit, soul. What is slut camp? Let's get into it. Blocked immediately. Welcome back. Hi sluts, welcome back. New episode. Camp Counselor Emma here. Back at it. Let's fucking get into it. We've got a good ass episode today. We've got to start with our slut affirmation, of course. We're back with them. This one is applicable to anyone and everyone going out, girls, the gays, the guys, the whoever, like, use it. You have to have a sense of confidence when you go out, of course, because if you don't have confidence when you go out, you're gonna have a bad night. So everyone always likes to say, oh, like, he treated you like shit, he did this, whatever, he's not blank, hot, tall enough to act like that. So if a man doesn't buy you a drink tonight, or if a man just doesn't meet your standards tonight, or you don't get what you want from whatever man you're talking to, he's not hot enough to act like that. He's not tall enough to act like that. Keep reminding yourself that. When they do that shit, it really puts your ego in check. When you're like, fuck, he just like fucked my sister. Why the fuck am I letting this man do this to me? He's so fucking not hot enough for that. So remind yourself that. Take a shot. Have a good fucking evening. Cheers. Okay, our agenda for today's episode. Post first date jitters, as they call them, or just like first dates in general, meeting guys for the first time, lifestyles of meeting guys, how we go about first dates, how to level set your expectations, the pink and blue list, because I think it's like literally the funniest thing ever. And then an unfortunate story of something very, very small. Men and hygiene, and then maybe a bonus topic if I'm feeling nice. Let's fucking hop in because we have like 85 things to talk about today. So right off the bat, I was thinking about how we go about dating men and how we go about, you know, your rule on like sleeping with a guy. Do you sleep with a guy on the first date? Do you not? Do you have a hard rule against that? Do you not sleep with a guy for the first 3 months? Like, everyone's different. Personally, depending on the guy, I'll tell them I don't fuck on the first date. It's a lie. I do. I will say, in my experience, in my friend's experience, like, I literally just had a friend tell me about this situation like last week, and I was like, dude, it happens every fucking time. When you go on a date with a guy, it goes so well, you have good chemistry, you get a little drunk, you decide to go back to their apartment or they come to yours and you hook up. Get yourself ready to never fucking hear from them again. Like, it just always happens. They're gonna ghost you after that. Like 99% of the time, they got what they wanted. They got a pretty girl to take out to dinner or drinks. They fucked you, and now they're like, all right, on to the next. That's just how it works, always. My friend, like, same thing. She was like, I had the best time with this guy. She's like, I just came from his apartment this morning, like, whatever. I really liked him. It's really hard for me to like people, and I like really liked him. And he fucking ghosted her. I was like, this is not okay. Again, you're not hot enough to fucking act like that. What the fuck? So what I started doing to avoid, and maybe this is not correct, but this is what I'm doing, and like, you're getting a VIP access ticket to my brain. So don't take my advice, or do. I told her to do this and it worked. So also, I do this to men all the time. I have said, I'm an Aries. I'm competitive. I want to win. So in this case, if I go on a date with a guy, you know, the whole like, should I text him? Should he, like, do I wait for him to text me? You know, whatever. That whole dance after your first date. If I go on a date with a guy, maybe 2 dates, I feel like it went really well, but I feel like he's not really like communicating to me, or I can feel that he's on the verge of ghosting me, where it's like the communication is getting shorter and he's less interested asking questions. He's like taking longer to respond. He's busy. When a guy says he's like hanging out with his guys this weekend but doesn't ask you to make a plan, like, he doesn't fucking like you. But like, I did this to both the M's and they continue to come back. So I basically will text them And I'll literally give you the exact text message and you can write it down if you want to use it. Like, it works all the time. This is how you beat them to the punch. And you also give them a big, like, fuck you, as in, like, you know what you want. And, like, you're coming across like that. You're not, like, beating around the bush. For whatever reason, you go on a date with a guy, they think, without asking your intentions, that, like, you're trying to, like, get in a serious relationship or get married. Again, why can't we just date to date people? Like, why does there have to be this, like, jumping to conclusions that, like, you meet a girl and it goes well and you're like, oh, but, you know, she might want me to propose, like, next week, so gotta ghost her. Like, that's not how it fucking works. Anyways, this is the text that you send after your date or after 2 dates or when you feel that initial pull away. Hey, blank, insert their name here. I'm having fun with you, but I wanted to keep things transparent. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Just trying to have fun. If that's not something you're interested in, totally fine. It was nice to meet you. Period. They love that shit. They're like, oh my God, she wants to fuck. Okay, she just wants to fuck. Great, perfect. And then they're like responding in 3 minutes versus the 24 hours that they were taking to respond to previous text messages. Like, what? They're such simple-minded creatures. It's just like, hi, like, remember me? I just want to hang, just want to fuck. That's exactly what I did with Mr. New Year's Eve. And look where we are 6 months later. He's still fucking sucking on my toes. You need to kind of just, like, keep seeing other people and keep, like, push it off. And if you want to send that text, like, that isn't by no means telling a man, like, I want to get in a relationship with you. That's actually telling them the literal opposite. So if you do want to get in a relationship, then, like, I wouldn't fucking say that. I would just, like, let it ride. If they're interested in you, you'll know. They'll ask you to hang out again on the first date. Or they'll text you and say, what are you doing on Saturday? Like, they're not going to be like, oh, like, what are you up to this weekend? Cool. Like, I'm doing this. Like, well, if they don't make plans, like, they don't give a shit. Move on. I had this high thought about, like, how we grew up watching princess movies. Like, how we all, like, had a favorite princess and we, like, obviously, like, idolized this, like, fairy tale, like, Prince Charming whole, like, archetype. And it's so interesting because we grew up watching girls, like, try to find their prince. Like, they were, like, they wanted to find their prince. But, like, what if we watched movies growing up in the prince's perspective, where they're just, like, fucking a bunch of girls until, like, they find one that sticks? Then maybe we wouldn't be so fucking, like, geeked on finding our, like, Prince Charming or, like, this, like, I want a great love, the love of my life. Like, men aren't fucking thinking like that. Like, what if we watched, like, Prince Eric fuck, like, Cinderella, Mulan, and then Ariel and be like, yeah, this is the one I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking to my friend the other day. We were actually, oh my gosh, I haven't talked about my Six Flags experience with you guys yet. Me and my friend went to Six Flags and we rode, like, the tallest roller coaster in North America, the King Dakar. We got, like, literally, like assaulted by the roller coaster. I lost an earring. I lost my dignity. I got, like, bruises on the back of my arms. It was crazy. But yeah, we took the bus from Port Authority. It was, like, really, like, simple life vibes. We were talking about, like, the guys that we're talking to, whatever, like, just catching up. And she's talking to this guy and he's, like, sending her a fuck ton of selfies. And I was like, this is, like, actually, like, giving me, like, anxiety. Like, I'm like, why do men think it's okay to send selfies? Like, that's a pink thing, not a blue. You shouldn't even get the front-facing camera on your phone. Like, when men buy phones, they should not have the front-facing camera. Like, why are you sending selfies, like, to people? Like, stop. What the fuck? It's so weird. Whatever, like, ick conversation, like, men hate that shit. But I'm like, why are you, like, fucking, like, thinking about men, like, posing with the camera, like, oh my God. Yeah. And then she goes to him because, duh, come to Jesus moment. Like, why are you fucking sending me a selfie? Like, not just one selfie, like, washing the dishes. Like, jerking off. So fucking weird. Don't do it if you're a man. Stop. Like, I'll literally come to your house and take away your phone. Ugh. Stop. Okay. This then triggered my thought process on like what are like pink things and what are blue things. I don't really know how to like define what this means, but like you know what I'm talking about. Like I'll start going through this list and you'll be like, okay, duh. Pink thing, working in PR. Shoe shopping, happy hour, pink thing. Brunch, walking on the right side of the sidewalk, like on the inner side. Interior design, like hanging things like in specific places in a room, decorating a room, interior design. Organizing, Target, and making the bed, okay, nicely. Blue job, pumping gas. Women should never pump gas like that. Why is that a thing? Like blue, setting up the Christmas tree or hanging the Christmas lights or any holiday decor. Walking the dog in the dark. This is like obviously when you like live with someone or whatever, but just I was like thinking of all these things and it's so funny. Hanging things in the house that require tools. I can put a picture on the wall with command strips. That's pink. But you got to use a drill. Blue. Carrying heavy things like luggage through the airport. Blue. Taking out trash. Blue. Obviously these are like very like, call it sexist, whatever. I don't care. But men love to do blue jobs. They love it. They love, like, if you're like, hey, like, can you open this peanut butter for me? And they're like, oh, yeah, I can open it. Like, you know, like, they're literally like, yeah, I got you, babe. Like, it's like, they love it. Cutting something, reaching a shelf you can't get to, changing your tire, like, car shit, anything car related, they love. Also, filling up the Brita, blue. I don't do that. I come home every single day to an empty Brita. I'm like, what the fuck? Who didn't fill this up? Me. I didn't fill it up. Like, what? Where's blue to do it for me? Anyways, pink and blue. So funny. I don't know why. We just had to throw that in there. And then we have this story that, drum roll, is, so sad. I feel badly telling this story because I, like, have so much love and respect for the man that it's about, but I hope that he's not listening. Okay. So, when I was in college, there was this guy, long story short, I'll make this context quick. Guy likes me in college. I didn't like him. We graduated. I got out of my 2-year relationship. He suddenly got hot and I was like, what the fuck? And then he was always very like sweet to me. He was very like, call me like beautiful angel, gorgeous. Like, how's my angel today? Like, literally just was drooling over me left and right. And I was like, you know, ew, like, very me to be like, stop, like, why are you obsessed? Like, go away. And he visited me in New York. I think this was like 2 years ago at this point. We went to my now favorite restaurant. The first time I ever went there was with him. And he's very like gentleman, like holds my hand, pays the bill every single time. Mind you, like, we've never established like anything more than friends. Like, it's very like, we're friendly, but like not friends. Walks me back to my apartment, like literally like one tender peck and then disappears into the night. Like, I don't see him for another 6 months. It's like crazy. It kept happening. So obviously I'm literally like obsessed. I'm like at that one night whirlwind and then it's like gone for like the foreseeable future. And you're like, oh my God, it's like keeping me on my toes. Like, I'm obsessed. So he came again in 6 months. I've never seen his penis. We've never hooked up. Like, nothing happens. One kiss. He takes me to dinner every single time. It's like an expensive ass dinner he pays. So this next time that he was coming, I was like, I need to have sex with him. Like, I was like, there's no reason that we haven't had sex. Like, it needs to happen. I was like telling my friends, I was like, guys, like, get ready for my wedding. It's coming soon. If he proposes to me on the street, like, I'm saying yes. Like, he totally would too. Like, that's how like he's in love with me. So they're like, oh my God, Emma, this is so exciting. Like, congrats. Like, can't wait to be a bridesmaid, whatever. And we go to dinner. We do our routine. He walks me back home. I say, okay, but this time you have to come upstairs. He comes up. I can tell he's really, really fucking nervous, but like, whatever. We start making out. Every aspect of the foreplay is great. Literally, like, munches the box for like 30 minutes. Like, he went like downtown, like, for a long time. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, all right, like, let me sucky. And let me see something with the thumb. So I go to like take his pants off, and I don't know, I feel like he was just so fucking I like obviously had not felt anything, like didn't know if he was hard or not, whatever. I like take off his pants. When I tell you, this is the smallest, like I couldn't find it. His balls were covering it. Like that's how small it was. Like it was like the size of my like pinky knuckle, like half my finger, like medical micropenis. Whoa. I was like, my brain instantly, what the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? So I just like bury my face in his balls. Like I don't know what to do. Like how do I even like, what is it? Like a little like like a straw. I'm gonna cry. I feel so bad. It was so fucking small. It looks kind of like an erect nipple. Like that's how small it was, you guys. Like it was literally so tiny. And it's it's funny. It's like the balls were like the normal size, but like the dick was missing. I was like soft. So I'm like, maybe he's like a grower, but he just could not get hard because he was so fucking nervous. He's like, I've wanted this for like 6 years. And I'm like, okay, well, like get over it. Like it's happening. And so then I think he was like, it's not happening. And we like did not fuck because he like literally couldn't get it up. And I was like, oh my God, this is so sad. Like I just was like, fuck. Like we were like cuddling after, and I just was like, I'm so sad. Because now I can never fucking talk to this man again. God damn. But I'm like, how did he have a girlfriend for like a year? Like, I'm like, what'd they do? Did she like peg him? Like how? So, made me really sad. Wedding's off. Canceled. I didn't ghost. I soft ghosted him. It became very clear after that day that like, no more micro. But good news, I haven't seen anything smaller since. So. Going strong. We've only gone up from there. That's why I'm like, I will sleep with them like within like 2 times of meeting them, because I don't want to waste my fucking time. If they have a small dick, like I just built up nothing for a month. Like at least like obviously do other stuff so that you can see their dick. But like if you are holding off from sex, like that is my greatest advice. Like you need to see their penis like early on. Next topic is something that maybe like doesn't apply to this like audience, but I think it needs to be said. And like if you're a girl who has a boyfriend and they aren't doing any of these things, like get them on this shit. But like one of my friends was like, you need to talk about like men's hygiene, like in general, which is like such a weird topic. But as girls, like we have such a regimented like hygiene routine, like skincare, makeup, hair care, body care, blah blah blah, like all this shit. Like men have like 5 in 1, and like the 4 out of 5 is like Drano. Like it's like they use a bar of soap and desperately need therapy. Like it's like they need to have a face wash. Like my second boyfriend, who was like my long-term relationship, like he fucking barely showered. Like he had a fucking shampoo, and like it was lucky if it wasn't body wash. Like I was like, you're putting that on your head? No. I'm like, if you want to clear up your skin, if you want to have nice, glowing, baby soft skin, you need a face wash. You need moisturizer. Crazy concept, moisturizing your skin. Sunscreen, okay? Some kind of like vitamin C serum if you want to be like crazy. But like brightening your skin, using like, if you have facial hair, like getting a beard oil so you don't have like fucking patchy ass beard or like facial hair. When you shave, it's not like covered with like acne scars and stuff. Like you need like to take care of that part of yourself, like shampoo and conditioner and body wash and maybe an exfoliator, because you need to exfoliate once a week. And it would be really nice, and it would be like a cherry on top bonus if you have like a little sexy like old-fashioned razor shaving kit that like you swirl the thing around in the bowl and then you like paint it on your face and then you like use the razor, you know. Love that. Shows great hygiene. Get more poon that way, I'll tell you that. And it looks like we have time for our bonus topic, which is, as you know, I have a history with old men. A track record, some might say. It did not start with the 54-year-old, though. There was someone much older. I won't say anything about him because I don't want anyone to find him. But he is from the internet, And I remember commenting on one of his like videos, and I was like, I have feelings for you. Cause like, duh. He, you know, he looked older for sure, like could be a father maybe, but like didn't look like past 70, like maybe in his 60s. Okay. Hot, tortured artist, rings, like vibe. He then obviously doesn't know social media etiquette and goes and likes every single one of my TikToks and like every single one of my Instagram posts. And I was like, whoa. Follows me on Instagram, follows me on TikTok. He then starts like DMing me. Like nothing happens after that. Like I didn't reach out to him. I was just like, holy fuck. He starts DMing me. Swiped up on a photo I took of like food, and he was like, you have such an eye for mood and composition. I was like, oh my God. Usually men just say like, nice boobs, like, you know, like I was like, thank you so much. Oh my God, putting that on my tombstone. Eye for mood and composition. Thank you. And he would just start like saying shit like that to me that was like so like poetic. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of like loving this. Like I was like, okay, like mature, like okay. So then he was like, I'm not leaving LA until like you get coffee with me. And I was like, okay, fine, like twist my arm, like whatever. But I was like terrified to meet up with him because obviously he's like from the internet, but he's like so many followers. So I was like, okay, it's not like that weird. We went to a public place. I brought my friend with me, and we were there for like 3.5 hours. He was like awesome, like crazy story. Like he was just like a really cool person, like loved him. And then we just like continued to hang out. Like nothing ever happened. He was kind of just like I think in a past life we were married, because then he started dating this woman. Also, by the way, he was like 72. I think we were together in a past life because then he started dating this woman who literally looks exactly like me if I was like his age. Like I was like, whoa. So believe in reincarnation and soulmates and past lives like I do. Like that's him. But we still talk. He went to AA meetings with one of my ex guy friends. And I would go to his house sometimes and he would cook for us. So it was fun. But we love old men, and we love that track record for me. But hopefully I'm shooting for like a good 40 this time. Like let's take it down a little. 54 was too old. 72 is definitely like, whoa, girl. So 40. We'll report back to you when I find that. Okay. That is everything for this episode. We covered a bunch of random shit, but I hope you enjoyed. Micropenis, pink and blue things, old men, first date things, other shit. We love it. And thank you so much for listening. Slut affirmation. He's not hot enough to act like that. Finish your drink, do your makeup, shake your ass, get nasty, stay slutty, and drink water. Namaste. Bye, sluts. Anyways.